You know what it do. It's your favorite host, man. Bunny Hunter BJ, CEO Nino Cappucino, the brand, man. Hey, look, man. Top of the AM, man. Top of the AM, man. From Texas to Florida. Hey, man, we down at ATL right now, man. Guess what? Me and Unc jumped on them jets, man. We flew down to ATL, man. We had to go down here to the private estate, man, and fuck with my partner, my homie, straight San Diego born breed legendary comedian, actor extraordinaire, pimp. Nigga used to pimp too, man. Y'all didn't know that, huh? That nigga used to pimp. That's why they didn't call that nigga Big Worm for nothing. I mean, Big Perm for nothing. Hey, man, I got Big Perm Worm in the building with me this morning, man. FAIZON, what it do, loved one? What's happening?
That's a lot on it. That's a lot on it.
You know I had to put a lot extra seasoning sauce on that shit, man. What's up with it, Faiz?
What up, man? How you doing? Really good?
I'm good, love. Well, I'm good, kid, folk. First and foremost, man, how your health and how's the baby? How the little one doing, man?
Man, we good, man. We was in Disneyland, boy. Woo!
Oh, I seen you. I said, nigga ain't doing no walking. I know he got a scooter. I think a scooter or something. He ain't doing no walking. and she just full of energy and jittery.
Hey, I said next time we go, I ain't gonna do the scooter. But I damn sure was on that motherfucker this time. I was like, they said, you want a scooter? I said, hell yeah, I want a scooter. that Disneyland is huge, partner. Hey,
that fatherhood gang, man, is the best thing going, man. That fatherhood thing, man, is something about when we enter that fatherhood stage, especially when you're a parent and you're a real parent who really wanted your children, wanted kids, and wanted to be able to love one day.
Yes.
Put into that world as a new parent, man. How does that make you feel, homie?
I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm still it's like a dream, really, because you got to take it every day. Because I'm not, I don't have the privilege of being with my daughter every day.
Right, because of your schedules.
Well, the schedule and that baby mama drama bullshit, that shit is corny as fuck. Dealing with her, and but if I could, I would make my schedule work for my daughter to be with me every day. I mean, but even if she is every day, I gotta, a lot of my stuff is traveling a lot. So I'm trying to get rid of the traveling part. Matter of fact, I said, after I shoot this stand-up special, I think I'm just gonna retire from stand-up and just kick it with my daughter, raise my daughter, and do it like that, and come up with something like you doing, where I can just be in one location and pick her up from school and take her to school and all that other stuff. You know? Because if your bonehead ass is doing it, I know I can do it.
Hey, but guess what? The crazy part that you just said, though, kinfolk, it's crazy what you just said, because it was a time where I was forced. Like, unfortunately for you, your program give you flexibility to where you were able to move and do what I couldn't do. And then not only that, I had full custody of my kids. So that's the only difference of us. If you had that full custody, then you would know what I'm talking about. Like, oh shit, he was right. This shit is really full time. Like certain women who raise their kids by themselves. That's why I tip my hat off to a lot of single women who really did they shit, because this shit is really a full-time job, bro. You don't got no help.
Hey, listen, I had to listen. And my daughter be looking like I'm better at the stuff now, and it gives you a lot of patience.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't have no patience. With my daughter, here we go. Okay. She's so smart, but she's still a kid. She's so smart. You think she grown till she do that kid shit. You're like, oh yeah, she a kid. Cause she'll be talking to me like we're adult, like, Daddy, what you think we have for dinner?
Yeah, that's how advanced they are, though. They so advanced, way more advanced than we were when we were coming up as kids. The genes are just different, bro. You feel me?
I couldn't do something on my phone. I was like, how do you get? She's like, yeah, right here. I was like, she 4. She 4.
Ain't that man?
I'm like,
so, yeah.
What the
so yeah, the way I was able to come out of my situation phase of doing it was, like I say, I had to step out of my actual path of my acting career for 10 straight years because now I couldn't travel and get up and leave on the spur of the moment and be gone on location for weeks at a time. So I had to resort to the music game. You feel me? Because that could put me at home and I can travel to and forth and I could take them on the road with me certain times when I was doing music. Film was different. Nigga, I lost out on a couple of jobs taking my kids to auditions with me. You feel me?
Wow.
Taking them to auditions. And this particular casting director like acted real shitty with me, like, because I had my babies with me. And man, they 7, 8 years old. I don't got no babysitter at this moment. So I brought them with me. And they was going to book me for this gig, bro, but let me go because I bought my kids. I said, I didn't understand that shit. I said, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a father, a devoted father, and now you gonna hold me accountable because I brought my kids to work with me?
Listen to me. That goes first. No matter what all this bullshit is.
You damn right.
That goes first. You ever see I think Will Smith's greatest movie was the one where he had to take his kid. What's The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes.
That movie right there is so damn real. When he was homeless and his kid was homeless.
Yeah.
And they was making, you know what I'm saying? He sold it. And that's what it is. I mean, like you said, I applaud the good baby. There's baby mothers out there that don't ask for shit from their baby father. And they make it happen. They like, I'm going to make this happen regardless. Fuck
That's
you.
right. Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to put something together for them and for the men, like almost like a camp on dealing with kids and helping them grow, and almost like a camp where we all babies, mamas, and baby fathers get together. We shouldn't separate them because there are good babies, mothers out there that are raising their kids with no help. Then you got ones like mine, like a cash. Using the baby for a cash cow.
Right.
You feel, I'm like, man, I'm like, you know, I'm like, you know, you feel a certain way.
Yeah, because it shouldn't always come down to the financial aspect of things. What's going on with the mental and just the spiritual and us teaching her as parents. You feel me?
Yeah, what school is she gonna go to? Where's her Spanish tutor? Where's her Chinese tutor? Where's her French tutor? At this age, that's what we should be talking about.
Yes, because we live in that kind of society.
Hell yeah.
So you got to prepare them now.
Hell yeah. That's why they talking about, listen, they keep talking about these white folks is fucking our community. White folks don't come in our community.
Say, man, you can say that. Man, shit. Only time they come down there, they come down there to do what's necessary. And that's to rebuild and get collectively get the money out of it.
You've been down Century Boulevard.
Yeah. I
remember when there was a Louise fried chicken on Century Boulevard. Not no more. All that's gone.
Yeah.
That shit that's $10 million neighborhood. They got $2 million house on Century now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They then came in and saw what we was missing out on and took it and flipped it.
Yep. Definitely.
And it's the same houses. They just flip. I'm like, man, so that's what we got to do is do that with our resources, with our futures. Quit blaming people. Talking about what president ain't no president gonna help your black ass.
Especially you ain't even helping your damn self.
There you go.
So Faiz, let's step back for a minute and let's take TV Land back to the equation of what was the actual year you started out and your comedian acting career, and What brought about that, man? Coming out of San Diego.
Really was basing at the flagpole. We do this thing called basing, and that always leads into fighting.
Hey, hold on, Duke, hold on. Did this ninja just use the OG word? He didn't say play the dozen. He said basing. Now another nigga would think you talking about basing like the bass pipe phase. This nigga said basing. Now that take your ass back right there, boy.
When somebody said, "Hey man, hey homie, you gotta stall me out," like, "Hey, Mike, stall me out." Right? When you say stall me out,
oh, you going even more.
Yes. Then my teacher, Miss Pearson, because that would lead into the room, and I would just be killing them. She said, "Listen, man, you gotta let these kids get there." She would be laughing. She's like, she'd be laughing. I'll be killing somebody.
So the teacher was rooting you on. She's like, you crushing these kids, huh?
Listen, you gotta let these kids get their education, but I'm gonna give you 5 minutes at the end of the class to, let you in it, but you gotta let the whole, you get to go, I think it was 45 minutes. So the last 5 minutes, she let me do my little stand-up. And that's when I said, my homeboy Earl the Pearl. Earl was like, "Hey, they got this comedy club out there in La Jolla. We should go out there," and that's how it started.
And how old you was about that time when Earl told you that?
I was about 13, 14. I was 13 years old, and we didn't go to I turned 14. I went to New York, spent some time with my family in New York, and I told my uncle what I was wanting to do. And he said, "Oh, that's a comedian." I said, "Oh yeah." And I saw Eddie Murphy on this HBO thing called The Young Comedians. I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "What is that called?" He said, "That's called being a comedian." I said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that when I get back to San Diego." So we went back to San Diego, and Earl was like, "Hey, let's go to it's called the Comedy Store, still around. My name is on the building now. That's crazy." So when we went back, they had this thing called potluck, where all the amateurs go up.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Earl, right, we go up there, and we underage. So they said, "Hey, you can't come in." I'm like, "Oh," they said, "but you can wait out here until your time is go up." So I would wait outside and then go inside when my time to do my set and leave. Right?
So you got to go in and out.
Go straight to that set, go straight to the stage, get your ass out there because of the alcohol.
So wait. So you mean tell me Uncle Earl was getting down too? He was a comedian too?
Earl, he's Earl like the rally.
Okay.
Earl's 2 years older than me, but you got to be 21. But he tried to get out there too. So Earl was known for booger jokes. I was like, one more booger joke.
So what happened? So they call your time slot. You run in and do your shits.
They said, "Look, you got They would give you 3 minutes, and then was the longest 3 minutes ever. But I went up there. I used to have a joke about karate movies. How every time they fight, when they raise their back, when they get beat up, when they go, they lay on the ground and if you watch the karate movie, whenever they get beat up, they on the ground, they raise their back.
They make that sound.
Yeah. And they was laughing at that. And then I talked about being in La Jolla. La Jolla was it's still an influence of San Diego. Like, no niggas, I said they would have a checkpoint for niggas like,
Oh yeah, straight. La Jolla is that's like a segregated little community, man, within itself.
Listen, and it's still. I think that's. I say I want to either retire in La Jolla or Connecticut. I can't. It's wherever my daughter really gonna get the best education. either one of those places.
Mhm.
But La Jolla was always nice to me, man. People would always support me there. I met Pauly Shore on the third time I'm going on stage. I met Pauly Shore, and I didn't know his mother owned it until he was like, "Man, you gotta wait outside. Fuck them." He come inside.
Oh, Polly.
Yeah, we the same age.
Polly he was the same age at that time?
This motherfucker would drive a Corvette down from LA and then park on if you know how the Comedy Store is on Pearl Street, it's on Main Street, and then there's a big ass sidewalk. He would drive the Corvette down, park the motherfucker on the sidewalk, hop out and go in, and I'm like, the fuck?
You like, who the hell is this dude?
He said, "Hey man, you ain't gotta wait outside." He saw me. He was like, "You ain't gotta wait outside." Back then, Pauly thought he was a b-boy. He had all the Adidas shit on, but he had all Adidas with Pumas. I said, "You gotta wear Adidas with Adidas." He can't switch it up like that. He said, "For real?" But we've been friends, best friends ever since. Ever since.
Wow. So basically, Pauly Shore. Once you made that decision that you want to do stand up from school, being a class clown, and then taking that on to
I was never the class clown. You know the difference between me and the class clown?
What? Break it down to me.
The class clown is the guy who runs down the hall with his pants down, saying boogly boogly boogly. I'm the guy that convinced him to do it.
Oh, I ain't never heard that one, nigga.
I stole that from what's his name? What's his fucking name? That's an old saying. But it really very funny. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
So basically, coming out of San Diego, what part of San Diego you grew up in, FaZe? I mean, I know where you're from, but TV Land, we need TV Land to actually know.
Emerald Hills.
Huh?
Emerald Hills, Upside, Buddy Boys, 5800 Old Memory Lane. We the Emerald Hill Buddy Boys, Upside.
Now, we know there's actual gangs that emerged and descended from Dago as well back in them days. Was that the red side or the blue side?
We was all red. We was really gray. Because everybody think Bloods be wearing red, but we was gray. We was gray and brown.
Gray, green. Yeah, gray, green.
Yep. Lincoln red, green. Yep. So yeah, we was really gray. I still got old gray khakis. We go up to the fam bam, get your khakis. My father saw me with some khakis, like, man, take that shit off.
Like, oh, Pops caught you some khakis. Like, what the hell you think you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, my khakis. Yeah, he was like, man, you gotta take that. My father told me, hey, if you can whoop my ass, you can join that gang.
Whoa! So that was your actual option when Pops found out. He was like, "This your option. If you can whoop me, you can join that gang."
Yeah, you good. You gotta whoop me first. I'm your first. What he said? I'm your first enemy.
Enemy.
Yeah.
I know you didn't take that option though.
Hell no, nigga. My father was a cold nigga. He was like, let's get it in, because he was a street nigga, but turned around.
Right.
He turned around, you know what I'm saying?
And he didn't want that for his kids.
No.
Like any average real men do, man. Just because we do wrong, we don't want to turn around when our kids do wrong as well. Feel me? We want our kids to do extraordinary shit differently.
He didn't want me playing with fake guns. We had a shotgun in the house. He said, "This is a shotgun." He showed me where it was. I had to be about 11. He showed me where it was, and You showed me how to shoot it in case a motherfucker got in there. That's the only time we don't play with guns, son. If you need this, if your family's in danger, somebody get to me, your mama, your sister, this where this is.
Right. That's when you mess with it. You don't mess with it other than that.
We don't play with.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he told me that when I had to be about 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah, a lot of us growing up in that time, that era, that's how we were growing. Our parents would tell us that thing. We knew it was a pistol in the house, but you wouldn't dare to go fuck with it. Wouldn't dare to sneak and play with it. None of that.
Nigga, that motherfucker, that shotgun, nigga. I remember shooting that motherfucker. Ha! Here.
Super loud, huh?
Nigga, strong. The shotgun, the Mossberg. Not the cutoff joint.
No. That long barrel. The whole long extended barrel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
So I had a question for you, bro. I saw I was doing my research. I saw that you started your stand-up at 15. You made your acting debut off Broadway. What play was that?
It's called Bitter Heart Midtown. It was a black version of Great Expectations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like what back then they would have when they say off Broadway, they meant really off Broadway. Like I was there for, like I said, be there for the summer, and you got to audition and just like, oh yeah, it was a version of, like I say, Great Expectations, and I knew Great Expectations because I had to read it. So I was like, oh shit, and she was like, you're a natural. I said, oh okay. But I loved doing it. I was like, damn, this is, that's one thing about New York. It was an escape because when I was there, wasn't no Bloods. They didn't even know what that was. They saw my little khaki suit, thought I was a super. They thought I was the janitor. They're like, why you got a janitor suit on?
Yeah, I was about to say, niggas don't even know what that word means. Niggas don't even know. Hey, nigga, if I would tell you, go look at PJs then if you don't know what super is, man. You feel me? Go look at the PJs, man. So,
going to New York, it was at the beginning of this whole rap. I mean, I would see Grandmaster Flash and shit. They would do parties and shit in the park, and I was like, damn, the turntables and all that shit. It was fascinating. I was like, God damn. So I had to get me some turntables and shit and set that. I thought I was a DJ. I had to work for that shit. We was cutting yards for that shit. That's at 12, 13. I was like, God damn. It was just the Pumas, because we wasn't wearing Pumas. I was wearing Vans, our motherfucking not Hush Puppies, but Croaker Sacks and what's the suede boot? Water beaters.
Water beaters.
And so the Pumas was like came in all colors. I was like, oh, I need some red ones. I need some white ones. So it was a whole different world. Because only gangs they had right there was the Spades, and they wore these thick ass jackets. I'm like, that shit look hot as a motherfucker. Niggas would be musty with these jackets. It was the Black Spades, and the Latin Kings was around back then, strongest, and they would say blood. And I was like, do they know what they're saying? I'm like, they would say blood. They was calling each other blood back then, the Latin Kings. But
it was just a wording. It had no meaning.
It wasn't like how we did it.
Like say young blood or say blood, say young blood. Like that, yeah. So basically, FaZe, is it safe to say from a spinoff for what Unc just asked you, and then you asking that question and ended up in New York, is this the time phrase of the merging of hip hop then, huh? Like the beginning. The merging and the birth of hip hop.
It's the beginning. I'm seeing, I don't know if you know Whip, Grandmaster Caz, the best name ever in rap to me was a nigga named Donna Rock.
Who?
Donald
Donald Rock?
Dot A Rock.
Oh, Doc A. Rock. Doc A. Rock.
Donald Rock. He was a Fantastic Five MC.
And the Fantastic Five, they was real popular back then too, though.
Not the Furious Five, the Fantastic Five.
Oh, Fantastic Five.
Yeah, the Fantastic Five, the Cold Crush, the Twins. Basically.
Oh yeah, you talking some deep origins hip hop right there, man.
Man, I remember trying to get into the disco fever, and they was like, "Man, Mom was like, is you crazy?"
What a big black nigga trying to get up in disco fever, man.
And disco fever, that's what all these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, be at. You know what I'm saying? Big. It was a whole. Because they fashion is whole different than us. So I would be looking at these niggas like, yo, the dread hats and all this shit, the fisherman caps. It was the Kangos, the belt buckles. I was like, shit, all that. It was. But yeah, that's where I got the bug from in New York, and then I just took that game back to California. I was like, yo, this is what they doing over there. And then our California game, because we had Uncle Jam's Army. So I started fucking with Uncle Jam's Army. That's first time I ever saw Pooh, TJ Swan.
Yeah, that's when they was doing parties all over.
Listen, now you had to be a gladiator to go to that shit.
Yeah. Fucking Uncle Jam Army party, nigga. Hell yeah. Especially back in them days, nigga, in LA.
I remember sneaking off. Because my uncle lived on 103rd and Hoover. So we telling them we're gonna go to the movies to see Rocky or some shit. Nigga, we go to see this goddamn. I'm like, we gonna fight in here. That's about to be, But they would come down to San Diego too, Brother and Brother Productions. That's the first time I ever saw Dr. Dre was when he was
oh, there you go.
Oh shit. FAIZON, you can pop lock?
Hell no.
Hey, BJ say he was the pop lock king back in the day.
Hey, listen. Hold on, nigga. Don't put that extra sauce on that like that. I said I got down. I decided I was the king, nigga.
Hey.
You remember boot dancing?
Huh?
Boot dancing.
Boot dancing?
You ain't y'all that was boot dancing?
No,
nigga. Watch. They'll tell you about boot dancing. Boot dancing be in the garage, lined up, niggas hit you in your chest. It was doing some wild.
That's a crazy ass dance right there, nigga.
That nigga say boot dancing, man.
Boot dancing.